Well, it's time to pump some iron because today we are talking about pressing matters. So, as you know from last year, I did my 3-yard quilt and I would sometimes get so excited and so ahead of it that I wouldn't iron my fabrics ahead of time, and that really irked some people. It didn't bother me so much, but that first initial before I was cutting really pushed some people's buttons. But it's not that I don't iron. I do have 2 really good irons that I really like and a really good ironing board, and so I'm going to show you those. And yes, I have changed my ways. I do iron more now to get ready for my fabrics, especially with 3-yard quilts. I would do it anyways on my regular projects. It was just 3-yard quilts. I felt like it was pretty straightforward and good to go, but I've noticed things do happen better when you iron first. So I get it, people. You had your reasons for shaming me, but let me show you my irons and stuff. So here we are over at my big board, and I've kind of mentioned it briefly with the ergonomics video, but this board has been so nice to have at this height and this size, and it has made such a game changer getting things nice and flat and crisp with this wool mat. I believe this is a Gypsy Quilter wool mat. I can give you dimensions just one moment. So we are looking at, it is about 21.5 wide by, let me get these, oops, by about 59 long. So given that, I can usually get the length of a 3-yard quilt when I'm putting on the long borders first. I could usually fit that all the way across here because they're usually a little bit shorter than 60. And then it's really great for getting binding all laid out. I can just stretch it all the way across and get one big swoop. And the fact that it's rectangle really helps, because then if I'm ironing quilt back, I don't have that point and it's just all nice and flat. And now I've got 2 irons that I use pretty regularly. This is the one that's always on here. So the ever so fancy Black & Decker. I don't put water in here. As you can tell, it's a little dusty anyways. So I don't put water in here. I don't steam with this one. If I need it to steam, I will spray my fabric with a mister. I don't know if I have my mister bottle. Let me see if I have one. There's one. So this one, I have 2. This one has Best Press in it, and then I have a white one that's just water. So if I need to starch something, this is what I use. And it's just a fine little mist where I'm not soaking things, and then iron it on out. And so this iron has kind of become a travel iron. My hand's all covered in Best Press. So this is the Panasonic cordless, and it is real nice. And so this one I do put water in because it helps heat up a little bit faster and stay hot longer. And then I like it because it's got this dock on here, and then all the charging happens here. You plug that in and that's what heats it up. And then if I'm ready to go, I've got my cover. I get my cord out of the way, and then it's ready to go. So this one I like a lot because I have used some cordless irons that felt really flimsy, and like I used them in a class, and then I went home and felt like I needed to re-iron everything. But this one has a good weight to it where I don't feel like I'm putting all my oomph into it just to get it going. And it stays hot pretty long. It's got steam options. It's got the sprayer option. It's a good little iron. I guess I shouldn't say good little. It's pretty good size compared to this. It's just, this one's got the flat bottom where you can stand it up. This one took a little bit of getting used to because I had to put it in the dock instead of putting it in upright. So those are my 2 irons and my big board. And I have a small wool mat that I'll travel with. It's probably like 11 by 17 or something. That's what I take to classes and retreats with me. It's fantastic because I can just keep that and this in my little workstation, a little cutting mat on the other side, and that's what I've got. So those are my tips for you as far as pressing, and we'll come back soon to see what else is going on.